Hello guys, what is up? It is Raffl here bringing you guys a new expansion franchise series here on the channel. Today we're going to be debuting, like I said, the new series, which is the London Monarchs expansion franchise. This is going to be a new test of a new expansion franchise, and I'm going to customize and everything. After this series, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be alternating between NHL 19 and NBA 2K19. My sole focus is going to be NBA 2K19, but I'm still going to do NHL 19 content. And I made the uniforms, made the logo. As you can see, it's a knight. Yes, it's not Monarch. I should have said London Knight. But it makes sense that it's London Monarchs because, yeah. Also, another thing, this is not a out-of-position team. You might think that because of my Madden 19 franchise, but it's not. Also, we're doing a expansion franchise right here. So, here's how the episode is going to work, and I pre-recorded this. It's going to be, I already did the introduction, so it's going to be expansion draft, entry draft, off season if I need to, or any signings or anything, the first preseason game and the last preseason game. So the way this series is going to work is that there's going to be wins, there's going to be losses, there's going to be OT losses, but now there's going to be something called ties. That is a huge part of this series because I did not want to do shootouts and instead I wanted to do OT stuff. So that's going to be the plan. Over time, still going to be the same. And yeah, that's just how it's going to be. This is going to be a pretty long episode, so if you enjoyed the debut of the London Monarchs, please hit that like bucket. Hit that like button. Show that little bit of support and subscribe to me. If you guys feel ever so kind and enjoy the NHL content, because I noticed like a lot of people don't like the NBA 2K content, which I mean it makes sense because I'm an NHL guy, I'm a Madden guy, and I'm a Madden mobile guy, so it all fits out perfectly well. It makes sense. So, for this new series, there's going to be challenges here and there that I'm going to incorporate so that way it's not boring of a series. And that's how it's going to be. I'm going to make sure that myself and others are okay based off the series. So that way I could be like, okay, this series is going to be popping and rolling. It's going to make sense a lot. It's going to like incorporate some of y'all. Yeah, so basically here, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do, like select the players and stuff, and I was working it out. Also Edmonton. For Tampa Bay, I'm gonna let you know that, or Toronto. Actually, Tampa Bay. So you know, Kilmer from my Colorado Rockies and Quebec Nordiques. I didn't draft him. However, we brought an OG from the Quebec, who we drafted from the Quebec Nordiques, who I decided to send him off to the Red Wings. His name is Larrson. His last name is Larrson, but I don't know his full name. But I'm pretty sure we also got some new guys. We also got Shaw, who is a beast. He's always been a beast in our series, and especially with the Colorado Rockies, since we got rid of Thornton and got Landix Kong. Yeah, on the Colorado Avalanche, we did that. It's pretty nuts that we did that to me personally because we are the best team, we're going to be the Quebec Nordiques and the Colorado Rockies are iffy, but if you were to put the Colorado Rockies and the on the Monarchs, they're up there. And yes, I did get a comment from one of my YouTube videos on the Colorado Rockies that I should actually do realistic uniforms instead of making my own custom. Guys, I did look up the uniforms, it's just that it didn't come up, so I will keep that in mind. But I wanted to try incorporate like a expansion franchise, like a color rush type style. If you don't know about the NFL, they used to do a color rush like uniform. It was pretty dope, but they discontinued. Still, some teams are still using the uniforms, but that doesn't really matter. For NHL, especially for the Colorado Rockies, I wanted to do that, so I did all blue, all red, and then all white. I was thinking about doing all yellow, but that wouldn't make sense, so I decided to do blue, red, and white. And yeah, it looked pretty sick. But I understand, like, it doesn't make sense, but for me it does. And I really like the franchise, like, including this one. Yeah, as you can see, I did not drop Killorn. This is going to be the first time ever I'm not dropping Killorn. But don't you guys worry, he's going to be in the next expansion franchise. Possibly in NHL 21, I think. Because I can't find my copy of NHL 20, which is okay. I just think that the new stuff that we're getting is pretty nice. Also, Madden 21 is featuring Lamar Jackson. I kind of mentioned this in my NBA 2K video, but I hope they revitalize franchise mode. Otherwise, I'm going to play the franchise, I'm going to play whatever career mode, and that is it. Because I can't stand the mode. I want renovations. I want, like, something brand new on the spot, so that's what I feel like has to happen. And this is what I need it to happen because of, like, something, like, big. And, yeah, so, like, this is how I feel. And this is how I'm going to say it. If y'all want, and as you can see right here, that is the expansion draft, so we are going to send to the draft. And, look, I have the first overall pick of the entry draft, and I found out, based off lottery, we got the first pick, and he's from Kazakhstan. I drafted Larrson, who was a franchise prospect. And I'm like, what? I was shocked that I got a prospect from Kazakhstan. I think it's Kazakhstan. Yeah, it's Kazakhstan. In a franchise. And I was looking at gems, actually, but I got 3 potential busts. But I was looking in, like, Russia, and, like, because, like, Alex Ovechkin is Russian, and he plays for the Washington Capitals, and he's a pretty good player. Yeah, and by the way, I'm not going to trade for Connor McDavid. That is no way I was going to do that. The original idea for this series was going to be a sim-only franchise. I'm not going to do that, because, you know, I'm not that kind of person to do, like, a sim-only franchise, because it would be tough. Basically, what I would have to do is, I would have to do the intro, like, something like this, and I would have to play 2 games, the preseason, the first and the last. Then what I had to do was, is sim to the trade deadline, play 1 game, only 1 game, then do a trade deadline episode where we can make trades or whatnot, do some free agent signings. Then the next episode would be from the trade deadline to the end of the season. Now, for the playoffs, if the playoffs ever happened, then, I would have to sim until it was an elimination game for me or for them. So, the elimination game, depending on which person, I would have to play it. But it would be third period. And whatever is on the line is whatever is on the line. Yes, I could cheat, but that wouldn't make sense. But hey, it is what it is, so yeah. But, here's another idea. So, for the entry... Excuse me. So, I would have to do a separate video for the entry draft and another separate video for the off-season, where you do free agent signings and stuff like that. And then for the preseason, I wouldn't do that, but I would just keep repeating the process until we get a Stanley Cup. So yeah, that's the entry draft done. I'm excited that we got Larrson. Giordano is still on the team. Like, we got him in the expansion draft, which is pretty nice because if you didn't know, he is a OG for the Quebec Nordiques and Colorado Rockies, and he works well with Schaller. Now, if I were to trade for someone, I'm not going to trade for Connor McDavid, but I'm going to potentially trade for Berglund. However, I would have to give up Larrson, which is not a good idea, but I might potentially do that, but we're going to see how the series works out. So, I'm already offering contracts to some of the guys I want to offer contracts to like Larrson. And I was just, like, going into this scene, but, like, I didn't really care because, like, at this point, like, this is that's just something I really want to do. And I was offering contracts. The Burgundy be Aces of this series, I'm not going to do a Stanley Cup series of this. So, if I were to create my own custom team, then I would do that, but, like, nah. Yeah, I'm tired, excuse me. So, like, y'all, I understand, like, all y'all OGs of the Madden, like, community, like, Madden mobile community, like this, but, like, for me, I enjoy NHL, I enjoy NBA 2K, I enjoy Madden, and I enjoy Madden mobile. I might try MLB The Show if I ever get a PS4, but I'm not gonna do that, so, yeah, I might, actually, I'm gonna tell y'all this, I might be bringing, like, Xbox 360 games. I'm not sure, but I might, depending on what I want to do, and when I could do it, so, yeah. Also, I looked at this trade from the Chicago Blackhawks, and I was like, what? Okay. So, anyway, I made a big decision. I decided to switch the Detroit Red Wings and put them into the Central Division. Here is why. Detroit is nowhere near the coast, and that makes sense. So that's not geographic, right? Yeah. So, I could have moved Columbus, but that would not have made sense at all. So, I decided, like, you know what? Let's just move Detroit and see how that goes and makes sense to me. So, that's how I was operating on. Another thing is, I don't think, like, certain stuff should be, like, operated or anything, but, like, I'm going to be bringing some challenge videos along with the series, so I'm going to be doing, like, new format, like, you might see in the title, like, something new, something interesting, so that's what I'm going to be doing. Also, I'm going to be reverting to a new computer, so this is going to be, I hope, this is going to be the last video that you ever help see me use a Mac, because my school computer is not good, So I'm going to be reverting to a not school computer, a HP computer, which is Microsoft powered. I really love it, and I think it works well, especially with the software and everything. Like, it's powered by Microsoft. Microsoft does a lot of good laptops, which I very value in laptops, because like if you don't have a good laptop, then what can you do? I understand like a lot of people like say Apple has good laptops. Like I can understand that and I get that, but you have to take this into consideration of how Microsoft also does good laptops with a certain problems come with that. But at the end of the day, they make good laptops. They make great laptops, in my opinion. So, like, yeah. And I honestly think that we have a good mindset coming forward. I'm not saying anything bad, but I'm just saying, like, man, this is good. Another thing is that's my fire alarm beeping. It's not been fixed. As you can see right here, I tried to score a slapshot goal. So the idea is whenever I do these slapshot goals, as you can see, I've told you time and time again, whenever I have to do like a desperate goal and it has to work, I usually have my guy on the right side of the rink go straight, go left, and when it's the right time to shoot the goal, I do it and I get the goal, and that's worked out many times over the last couple of my franchise series, like Quebec Nordiques and the Colorado Rockies. Whenever in desperation mode, I do it, and it works out beautifully. As you see, we are leading. We have the lead against the Florida Panthers. As you know, like in my last series against the Colorado Rockies, we did manage, and I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys, like, during that conference finals, I was shook and I was devastated, but I had to re-sim that over and over again, so, like, yeah, so I'm not going to be like, okay, you should do this, yeah, so, yeah, I'm just gonna be like, okay, so, yeah. So currently, I am bleeding, and that's how it is, so, what you're gonna notice for the first couple of episodes is that for first game, I'm gonna play game 1 of the whole series, and, the first game, and then when it comes to the last game, I'm gonna be playing the last game fully. So, the way I'm going to do my series, and I've done this on my Quebec Nordiques and Colorado Rockies, and on my Burnaby Aces, is that I will only do this, I will play period 3 if I have to, if I want to. And yeah, that's how I do it. That's how I operate it. Another thing is, the way I hit one-on-one with a skater and the goalie is that the skater has to do like some kind of like deke, and I'm always scared of that. And I'm not saying like, oh, like the one-handed deke, is it the one-handed deke? It's similar to that because he like shifts his stick, like somewhat like jerks it, and then he puts it in the net, and it sucks, like shifts it. Like it sucks because like, so like, yeah, I'm just like pissed at that because like this is how EA games work. Okay, and as you say, I score another goal. So like, based on this series, I took Giordano, I took Larzev, I took Larrson, but I decided to take some young guys, like, for example, Foss. You probably never heard of it. So, I'm going to do this for the series. I'm going to try and not heavily rely on a free agent market unless I have to. yes, the worst goalie be a pro was going to be a new series, but then I decided to scrap it because I was playing too much franchise, and that's not how it works. But then I realized that the worst goalie in the game is the worst goalie in the game. So, like, I was getting so frustrated to the point where I was editing videos that I didn't like, and I was like, the content would not be good at all. Also, I have Connor Murphy, who's also an OG. Yeah, so, like, basically some of the Quebec Nordique players who I guess left because of some of my trades are back, except for Killorn, which I truly miss, but I might get him in a free agency signing, like a free agent signing deal. As you see, I'm actually playing goalie with this guy, yep, and I'm skating like in circles. And we got a goal, baby. Uh-oh, I'm always undefeatable in this game. So my plan is to, like, hopefully, if we get good internet connection and everything, that I play competitive, and that's how we work. That's how we work, and also how I work, because I'm gonna try to get better at NHL 19. I also want to get better at Madden, not Madden especially, because I'm gonna try to go competitive. I know it's gonna be really hard, but I might try some oh god, not challenges, because like that would suck. But anyway, it would be fun. It would make sense, but at the same time, it would be stupid. As you see, we do, and we did a great save. So I just run out, and it's awesome. So we won the first preseason game 5-1. It is awesome that how we drafted a franchise guy, and with the talent that we got, Connor Murphy, Patrick Klein. I wish we could have gotten Patrick Klein, but that wouldn't be good. I don't mind Connor Murphy on my team. It's just that I hate the Chicago Blackhawks, so it's like, eh. So it's like, like, I don't like that. So, like, so the title would be Intro, Expansion Draft, Expansion and Entry Drafts, and Preseason, Episode 1, London Monarchs. Or I might put LDN Mon. Yeah, that's how I might do it. That's how I might work it out, you know? At the end of the day, we do what we do. Also, Ottawa is gonna be interesting. So I also want you to leave your comments in the description down below. What kind of videos do you want? I already prepared some videos, so they should keep rolling as I do my homework and stuff like that, because I have to, like, do some stuff. Also, another thing, I really want you guys to please subscribe to this channel, because you're not going to miss out on a bunch of content, because NHL content is coming right around the corner. Yeah, guys, this is going to be an interesting journey for us. The fact that we gave up a goal. You know, the Ottawa Senators, I'm going to say this, other than that time they lost in the Stanley Cup Finals, I think the Hurricanes were the Ducks in 2007. Other than that, they're trash. Like, they're not like the old Ottawa Senators where they were, like, dominant. Like, this was back in the early 1890s, 1900s, 1910s, 20s. Yeah, they were dominant during that time. But the new Ottawa Senators, it's like, no. Like, I didn't like them at all. Like, I hated the Ottawa. I wouldn't consider them an original 16, because, like, the Ottawa Senators, in my opinion, like, are a good team. It's just that, if they were to reclaim their old history, they would be the best. Like, they would have more Stanley Cups, I think, than the Ottawa, not, what? The Boston Bruins, which is saying a lot because my Boston Bruins, who are my favorites, they basically, in this current era, the championship, when the finals were introduced in 1967, basically when the next 6 teams came up, they have been trash. Like, if you were to think of the most successful American team out of the original 6, the Boston Bruins were dominant. The New York Rangers, they went to the 2014 Stanley Cup. They lost to a team who came back from 3-0. Yes, the LA Kings. Next up, we have a team, the Chicago Blackhawks, who were dominant in the 2010s. They won the 2011 Stanley Cup. They won the 2013 Stanley Cup. They won the 2015 Stanley Cup. Yeah, 2011, 2013, 2015. However, ever since 2015, they weren't successful. And as you can see, look right here, the goalie was kicked in by my own player. And you're not gonna believe this. After we check, because this was a close game, this was inevitably not a goal. So thank God it was not a goal, like an own goal, because I would have been pissed. Like, I would have actually been pissed. So this is why, this is how I feel. So yeah. I'm probably going to do some abbreviations on this video so that way it can be under the 100 or exactly the 100 character limit. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a new format for a new series to come. Yeah, so I'm excited for this. This is what I hope. I am going into goalie mode, just because, like, we're winning, and I really think that it would be interesting if I go into goalie mode just for fun. Obviously, I'm not going to do that in the actual games for the up and coming, like, new series, so that's what I'm going to do. And yeah, so I was just doing this for fun, and like, it's 6-on-5, so like, yeah. So I decided to just go up for fun, but apparently that didn't work. So anyways, guys, thank you all so much for watching. You all are legends in my book, and as for me, I will see you all in the next one, and peace.